Hello, my name is Jay An, and I'm an economist. I have a PhD in economics, and I'm also IT manager, chief technology architect, and chief information officer. That's why it has been interesting. It just gives you unique perspective and opportunity to look at different things. And the same way, I can provide unique perspective that may be different from you, or differences, which is good thing. If I have same perspective and then same point of view as you, there's not much to talk about. But since I have unique perspective, it may be worth listening, and maybe there's some information useful for you. My intention is to give you information that's useful for you to make better decisions and better choices for better life. And that's at least my intention. So hopefully you can make something out of this YouTube. And there's so many things we can talk about it, but I think for happy and healthy life, and the most fundamental thing you have to start with is who you are, who I am. Basically, ask yourself who I am. And so you were born on this planet Earth. Think about it. Earth is the unique place and the only place in the whole universe that are habitable by life and yet. So that means Earth is how unique it is, how blessed place Earth is. So we are born on it. So that's great news. And the other thing is, it's how precious you are. You need to be aware that how precious you are. You know, Usually when we talk about the values in economics, we talk about diamond paradox. Basically, that we have abundance of water and then air, but they are critical for sustaining our lives. But they are not that expensive. But what about diamond? They are not that useful for our daily lives, but they are pricey. The price of diamond, and that's very expensive. Why? That's a good question. Because it's rare, it's scarce, it's hard to find. So that's scarcity, or how rare it is determines value. And think about a human. You, you are the unique human being in the whole universe. There's no one like you. So you are the only one in the whole universe. How rare it is. Even twins, there's some differences. So there's no identical exact being like you. So in that sense, you are such a rare, such a scarce being. So that makes you the most valuable, most precious being in the whole universe. Is that great news? I mean, we all humans, everyone is so precious. So we need to treat each other, like a precious being. And that's why we have to love each other. That's one of the reasons why I need to be grateful for each other, and having those precious friends and the family members and the neighbors and the community members and then countrymen and then everyone around us. That's just so precious. And then you are precious too. So we all need to treat each other with respect and love. And first thing, people often forget to do is to love themselves. You have to love yourself. That's the first thing to be able to love others. If you cannot love yourself, how can you love others? So it starts with loving yourself. Loving means you are open to differences. So there's even in Bible says love your enemy. People wondering, why do I have to love enemy? He committed crime and he did horrible things. Why I have to love him? Well, we don't love the enemy for the enemy. We love the enemy for ourselves. Because when you start loving enemy, that's the best benefit you can get. But when you start hating enemy, and you get all the harms from those haterism. Haterism is like a poison. So you have haterism for anyone. It's like a drinking poison. So why you would do that? But if you love even enemy, it neutralizes all the poison, and now you can benefit from that because you don't get upset because you love them. Just to understand that, and then you don't have to really worry about others. Just to focus on yourself and love yourself, and then do everything that's best for you. If you keep doing that, your life will be wonderful and happy and healthy. So that's a good starting point. So knowing yourself, who you are, and the other thing you need to be aware about yourself is how powerful you are. You have all the ability and the capacity and the power and the freedom of choice to make your life as you want, whichever way you want to live. It's just your choice. People start blaming environment and the government and then other people around you. Don't do that. That's if you start doing that, you go nowhere. You will be lost and complaining all the time and then having unhappy life. But when you start with the gratitude, that appreciating everything you have and then recognizing that you are all capable, there's unlimited possibilities. Human can make anything happen. Of course, it's not yourself, but you can at least start. You can make choice and then you can decide. Then everything else will happen, and with the collaboration with others. It's still your choice, and the consequence is a combination of a lot of collaborations, but still what triggers that consequence, the source of that consequence is your choice. So in that sense, you have all the power to choose whichever you want in this life. So it just whatever happens is just consequence of your choice. So really understanding that your own accountability, you have unlimited, complete freedom of choice. At the same time, you have unlimited accountability. But still, it's your choice to make, and you can make that. And then, as long as you are aware of who you are, and then consistently make those choices you want, then eventually, whatever you wanted will happen as a consequence of your consistent choices. So, if you really believe that, it will happen. If you don't believe that, it will never happen. So it's your choice. It's still believe it or not to believe it is your choice, your decision. That's why I'm saying there's nothing you can blame it for others or environment or to something else. It's everything happen around you, and your life itself is your accountability. So you need to start making choices. But you need good information, because you're not really aware of all the fundamental truth about the life and the information that's really critical to make good decisions or good choices. So this YouTube is to provide that information that you need. Okay, so I will have more discussions from now on, but I just want to stop here for pause. Thank you. Bye.